Ladies and gentlemen, I have in my hot little hands right here, well, on my computer, right in front of me, the tee times for the Good Good Championship. So we have every player in, and what is going to happen. This is going to be an exciting event. I am going to be the official starter of the event, which I've already announced, and I'm super, super excited. I cannot wait to launch everybody. The only thing that really concerns me is that the first tee time is at 6:37 in the morning. So bright and early, Scottsdale. We're going to be out there. The tee ball off the first tee, 6:37 a.m. Whew. I mean, that means these guys, these cats, got to get to the course at least. I mean, I like an hour warm. So they're going to be there 5:30, working the range, putting, chipping, tee ball in the air, and it goes all the way to last tee time 9:37. So here's the thing. We're not going to go through all the names. Just know it starts super early, and I'll be videoing me doing the announcing and starting everybody off. So you'll get to meet everybody, and I'll talk to everybody, and I'll have that video up and out ASAP, right? Like right away. So you're not going to wait around for that. Now, after that, nobody could post anything about who makes the top 12 and who's going on. But there are some interesting things about the tee time, one of which is this. All right, so the final two tee times at 9:28 and 9:37 are the six, let's say, YouTube players are last. I don't know why, but I guess they want them all paired together. Two, they might slow up play. Who knows? I'm not saying they are. They're good players. Like we've got, okay. So what we have are Andrew Jensen, Luke Peavy, and Zach Radford. They're going in groups of three. So they're at 9:28. I've played with all of them. They're all great players. So they're going to be fine. They're not going to slow anybody up. But I think they want them all together. It'd be easier to film all of them together if they're getting content. So that'll be cool. And then the final group is Brad Dahlke, the newest member of Good Good, the newest signed Good Good athlete. So he's bringing up the final group with Ben Haddon. So he's been filming with Good Good, so he's kind of part of the crew as well. And then we've got Fat Perez rounding out, no pun intended, but he's the final member of that final threesome. So we've got the six really, let's say, influencers or content creators in the final two groups. A lot of people have been talking about, like, how do you think they're going to perform, these six guys overall? It's going to be tough. I'll be honest with you. Like, this is not a influencer or content creator event. That's not what this is. This is a real deal event. These players are guys who have played, many of them have played PGA Tour events. So meaning they qualified via either Monday qualifier or PGA or Korn Ferry Tour graduate to the PGA Tour where they've gotten a card. Unfortunately, there's a lot of those guys that get on tour. And here's the thing about getting on the PGA Tour. We think, oh, you get your card, you're good to go. No, not even close. You got to think about it this way. You could be better than a 10 or 15-year veteran out there. You could literally be a much more talented. You're going to be younger. You're physically more fit. You hit it farther. You hit it better. You're better. Okay, all intents and purposes. If the two of you and a tour veteran, like a 15-year winner veteran, the two of you go to a course neither of you have ever seen before, young player, there's many of these guys would wax the floors with these guys, okay? Because of the fact that these guys have been on tour for so long, they know the courses. It's almost as if they're members of these courses. So they go out to a Riviera, a Torrey Pines, a Bay Hill, all the tour stops. They know the golf course. When I go play with a a course I've never played before, and I play with a member, and we're about the same handicap. This guy kills me every time because it takes a minute to get that comfortability and to get that local knowledge to be able to, get to that level. Now, I need to be like 3 to 5 shots better than this person for my first time out to kind of be level with them. After I learn the course, well, then I'm usually pretty good. So one, the guys who have familiarity with this particular golf course are going to do really well. But I think, it's going to be incredibly difficult for any of the influencers to make it to the top 12 because we're dealing with guys who are about 25 to 30 years old in that just sweet spot. I mean, these guys are grinders. They've been working hard. They've qualified for tour events. These guys, and you take a Monday qualifier, one round, these guys are shooting 6, 7, 8 under par to get a spot on a PGA Tour event. A lot of guys in this event have done that. So in other words, they're comfortable going low. All these guys can go incredibly low. Here's my prediction, is that you're going to need, we're taking the top 12, graduate to the 36-hole finale, right? That's the real tournament. You make it there, you're making money. And so what Good trying to do is give one of them $50,000 head start. That's a great safety net. That takes you a long way in terms of your expenses trying to make it on a tour, whether it be Korn Ferry Tour, mini tours, or whatever. Some of these guys are fighting to get into Korn Ferry events. So this is going to help somebody, give them kind of that leg up, that jump start. A lot of them have sponsors, like independent private sponsors that, guys that they know or people that they know, men and women who have money that back them. Some of them do that, right? But after a while, if you're not making it, that it's time. You can't just keep handing out money. I mean, some people do, but whatever. So you got these guys who are in this event, they could use a little extra, money to make it. So that's what you're dealing with. So my guess is that there's going to be like a 7, 8 under par, and there'll probably be, I'm guessing there's going to be like an 8 under, a 7 under, and like 4 6 unders. So that's 6 players right there. That's half the field. And then I'm guessing you're going to see a 5 4 3 3 under. 3 under may get you in a playoff for that 12th spot. Now, I've played with Luke. He can shoot 3 under, no problem. All right, he can do that. Zach can do the same thing. Andrew was a mini tour player. It's possible. Fat Perez, yeah, he could do that. Ben Haddon, Brad Dahlke, they're more kind of, Brad, he was a collegiate player. A lot of these guys were, right? So Ben, they're more on the heels of that competitive, fire. So they've had tons and tons of experience in this space. However, these guys, and let's just say, these guys in the event, they know who each other are. They've been competing against these guys for a long time. That's good and bad. What's good, it's all good, is that some guys are going to go out there and say, okay, they're going to Jack Nicklaus would always say this, some guys just, you could write them off because they just get too nervous or they can't handle the pressure. So some guys, unfortunately, that's going to happen to. They're going to look at the field and they're going to say, I don't know if I can beat these guys, a few of them. And it kind of, that gets you out of it. The best thing to do, just not worry about that, right? Not look at it. Don't worry about who's in, just worry about your game and trust in you. But it's hard, right? You're going to look at the list and say, And so those guys, you can just scratch them off the list. They're not going to make it. So then some other guys are going to look at the list and go, I got it, right? Yeah, this is mine. So those are the ones you got to watch out for. If you are somebody I'm going to have to play really well, you're going to have to do a lot of mental strategy to get your mind right to get in there. But all these guys have been competing against each other for quite some time. So they're going to be comfortable in this situation. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. We got tee times here. All right. And, the first out of the gate is David Carey. Is that right? He is off at 6:37. And with Trevor Sluman and Jimmy Jones. Then we go, David Kim, John Radcliffe, Peter Bradbury. I mean, I could read everybody's name, but you get the idea. It starts early, and the names that you're familiar with are at the end. What do you think the score will be, the qualifying score? Post it below, and I'll tell you what, I could tell you the score. I can't tell you who, but I could say, hey, low round was 8 under or whatever it happens to be. We can kind of tease some stuff, but you're just not going to know who it is. But it is going to be an exciting time. Buckle up. It's going to break the internet. Got the tee times. Here we go, baby. See you very, very soon.